Welcome to class. Hey guys, I hope you are all doing okay and taking some time to learn, have a little fun, maybe get used to class online. We will continue to do stuff in Google Classroom, and we're going to use Padlet a ton for you guys to engage and share your pictures and stuff like that. So I highly suggest you go make an account at Padlet. That will make it a little bit easier for you. You can use your school account, and then you won't have to worry about tagging your name, stuff like that. Really enjoyed seeing all of your animals. It's super fun to see them. I don't know how you guys get your animals to sit still that long so that you can take pictures. That is pretty amazing. My animals do not do that. I have a couple photography things we're going to go over today to add to your knowledge base. These will help you out and be things I want you guys to be talking about. So we had our 6 principles of design: balance, emphasis, contrast, repetition, alignment, proximity. We're still going to use some of that stuff in photography. Those all still make a good picture. But we're going to add 3 new words to your list. We're going to talk about composition, point of interest, and the rule of thirds, which you should have watched a video about and know a little bit. So composition, there's 2 parts of composition. It's how you arrange items in your frame. So when you take a picture, how you decide what goes where in your picture, but also it's choosing what things end up in your picture. We're going to take a look at a example of good and bad composition that I attempted to do for you. Remember how I said my animals don't play nice? This is kind of one of those. So, first picture. I took a picture of my dog laying on a rug outside. As you can see, my dog's super adorable. Her name is Tonks, like Harry Potter. What you notice in this is that there's a ton of stuff in the background, right? There's that chair, there's barbecue, there's all kinds of stuff. I grilled steaks last night, super good, but all that stuff makes the picture look really messy, okay? Not an amazing photograph, right? If I take a moment and move those things and get rid of them, it makes the photo a lot better. I mean, it's still not great. It's just a picture of my dog. You don't have all those things in the background making it messy, being distracting, stuff like that. It just makes it look a little bit cleaner. So taking the time to choose what you leave in your photo, what you take out of your photo, maybe if you can't actually move stuff, moving your body so that it's at a different angle. Next thing is point of interest. So this is just the main object or focal point in your photograph. So here's a picture I took of the ladybug that I shared on Padlet, right? What is the point of interest of this photograph? It is the ladybug. It's not the flower, although I wanted to make sure that the flower was still in there to add a little bit of difference in that picture, but the point of interest is the ladybug, right? Point of interest of this photo is the flowers, right? There's tons of other flowers behind it. There's the rest of the tree, there's the sky, but the main point of interest is that grouping of flowers right in the front. So it's just what the photo is about. You want to make sure that whatever the point of interest is in your photo, that you're using your composition, choosing what to leave in, where to put it, so that it's obvious what your photo is about, right? The last thing we have is the rule of thirds. So this is a grid that you put on your images to help compose it and make it look good, right? So our 3 words: composition, point of interest, rule of thirds. Those are the 3 things we're going to talk about a lot for photography, okay? So rule of thirds, you have a grid of 9, like tic-tac-toe, and what you want to do is line up the point of interest of your photo onto one of those intersecting points or one of your horizontal or vertical lines. You can have multiple points of interest, like if it's 2 people, put them on 2 separate points. You could also have, if it's a person and they're standing, line up their body on the line and maybe their eyes are at that intersection, or if it's something on a horizon, put the horizon on one of those horizontal lines, depending on if you want more sky or more ground. That's going to change which one it goes on. Here's a couple more pictures to look at and decide if they use the rule of thirds well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but what we're looking for is that it mostly follows the rule. Point of interest of this photo is waterfall and the bridge, right? Kind of the whole scene there. So rule of thirds, I took this photo. I lined it up with the bridge at one intersection on the lower part and the waterfall mostly on that horizontal line. It's not exact, but it helps keep those balanced, draws your eye to it. Here's a sunset at Pacific City, I think. This one kind of follows it, kind of breaks it a little bit. When I put the grid on it, the rock is actually dead center in the middle, and the horizon isn't on either of those lines, but it's splitting that. The bulk of the stuff in the picture is in that third in the middle, but it's giving equal weight to the sky and the sand because they were both cool but kind of boring. So here's a picture of someone playing guitar. Here's a example of lining it up, moving around a little bit, but not fully being able to get rid of stuff in this picture, right? So this was a live performance. They had microphones, they're singing. I couldn't move that microphone, but I moved around so that the guitar player was on that line of the rule of thirds. The guitar is kind of covering both those points of interest, but then I moved so that the mic stand was not on that line, because if I had moved it a little bit, put that mic stand on that middle line, it would have drawn too much attention to it. And last picture, two people from above. Do you think it follows rule of thirds? Yes, no, maybe. Pretty close to it. There's a lot of like intersection points that have different things there. They're kind of centered, but also their bodies are on either of those lines, okay? A unique way to set that up, a little bit different. As you guys are going out and taking pictures, if you haven't taken your 10 pictures yet, you're going to want to do that. Take more than 10 if you need to. Pick your favorite 10. Those 10 pictures you take, you are going to turn in 10 pictures to Google Classroom. Okay, so all 10. You can upload just the 10 pictures. You can put them in a Google Doc. You can put them on slides. However you want to do it. I want to see 10 photos from you that you have taken. If you don't have a camera, can't take pictures, go find 10 images. Remember, I want you to think about telling a story with these. So what does your daily life look like now that you are doing school online and stuck at home? What are your pets? Where do you study? Maybe some food shots of your breakfast, set stuff up like that. Your setup for playing video games, whatever it is. Take some photos of what it's like right now. Document your life during quarantine, okay? So 10 photos, upload them to Google Classroom. And then your favorite of those 10, the one that you think matches the rule of thirds, you used it well, it's well composed, has a clear focal point of interest. I want you to go to Padlet. The link is in Google Classroom. Go there, create an account, because we will use this a lot, so it'll be helpful. And upload that photo. If you don't create an account, you still need to put your name and your class period, because all 3 classes are going to be together on this. So you can see tons of pictures. And then go around, look at other people's pictures. Pick 1 or 2. Like it, or upvote it, I guess is what they call it there. And maybe leave a comment about why you like it, or if it was framed well. Ask a question about it. Who knows? Interact with people, okay? If you take a picture of your pet, please leave your pet's names, because I'm getting all these cute animals and I don't know their name. So go around, comment on a couple people, share what you're doing, and I will look forward to seeing your pictures. Keep taking those pictures. Take tons. You can upload more than 10 if you take some more or change them out. It's totally fine. If you take another really good one, feel free to upload it to Padlet as well. and we will see how these photos go. And I will be online today. I'll be online tomorrow. If you have questions, please email me. Send me a remind, something like that. We could always do Google Hangout if you need a little bit more help. And if you have any old assignments from before we left school, feel free to try and do those. Turn something in, okay? If it's not perfect, that's fine, but read the assignment, read it through fully, and try and follow it. See what you can come up with. Make something, okay? And turn that in, all right? I will talk to you guys next week. Take pictures, enjoy the weekend, and work on having a little bit of fun, okay?